What's crackling, everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list so you know how good it is. I'm your host Tucker, and this episode we're going to be doing Kellogg's Crispix. So going off just the look of the piece, it's kind of similar to a Chex piece, and luckily it says one side is corn, one side is rice, and those were my two favorite just base Chex. So I could see it doing similarly, maybe not quite as good as corn Chex, which I think was a C, and then rice Chex was a D. So I could see it being somewhere in there, but hopefully on the higher end. Let's just see what we got here. Open it up. Yeah, it smells like cereal. Okay. The rice side looks, I don't know, lighter, fluffier than I guess I was expecting. So it's kind of fun, but yeah. One side, brownish rice. The other side, yellow corn. Fun, but, you know, fairly straightforward. Okay. Like sitting really far back. All right, here we go. Okay, it seems like that Chex comparison was pretty apt, I guess. Yeah, not bad. Again, I think a bit more of the rice flavor in that bite, but yeah, again, very much like a Chex piece. The pieces are kind of just taking turns where it's like, oh, this bite's a bit more corny, this bite's a bit more ricey, and it's kind of working out pretty well. I'm at least like base level enjoying both those flavors, so that's pretty good. I got like a decent bit of crunch going on, but if I remember correctly, the rice Chex did sogify a bit faster than the corn Chex, so we'll see how that kind of affects this half and half style. So it does seem like the rice side did get a bit soggier than the corn side, but the corn side did get fairly soggy as well, so not a giant difference, and didn't take super long. That's a bit of a bummer, but again, not too unexpected with kind of what I was thinking going in. I'm not expecting there to be a huge difference, but let's check out how the milk is. Yeah, mostly tastes like milk. Like the sort of corn flavor is vague enough that I can't tell if it's just sort of pieces still in my mouth or if it's from the milk itself. Yeah, pretty simple. I think that's kind of how the corn Chex and rice Chex were too. So again, not shocking, just it's part of the process. Nothing too outlandish happened with this one, but for just sort of a simple cereal, I enjoyed it for what it was. So obviously this whole time I've been comparing it to the rice and corn Chex because visually that was what I thought of, but turns out taste texture wise very similar to those as well. And I think that half and half thing, it does kind of put it in between those two, where I think I did enjoy it more than rice Chex, but I don't think I enjoyed it quite as much as corn Chex. So turns out if you take half of two things, you're going to get in the middle. Wild concept, I know. On the back of the box here, it's got a whole bunch of like party snack ideas. So I guess I got to try just like a couple pieces plain. What do we got? Okay, there you go, 3 pieces. Yeah. Again, kind of just a slightly less corn-heavy corn Chex, I guess. So, similar to how Chex is used in a whole bunch of mixes, this would probably work out pretty well too. So, what I'm going to do is give Kellogg's Crispix a C. I think it's, again, pretty much right in the middle between corn Chex and rice Chex, which were a C and a D, respectively. So, I think this does still land in that C category, but it doesn't do much to really improve on either of the Chex from like a piece or texture standpoint. It's kind of cool to have that half and half thing, but again, it's not a huge difference, and you just kind of sometimes get a bit more of one or the other. So I guess in that way, it's a bit more variety than having one Chex or the other, but yeah, it just didn't push the boundaries, I guess, for what a corn or rice piece could be. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've had any sort of fun experiences with Crispix. I think this was the first time I've tried them, so if you have much stronger feelings or like a nostalgia factor going on, you can be sure to share that below. And similar to the Chex things, if you know of any fun like Crispix mixes, like this one's got stuff going on with Cheez-Its, which sounds pretty alright, you can share those below as well. But until next time, stay delicious.